Good morning. Happy Thursday, everyone. This is Nicole Traum, and I'm here for Lee Health. I'm excited to share with you another morning. You're watching the Healthcare Hero Self-Care Moment. And what I wanted to start with today is just a nice big deep breath. Inhale and then a big exhale. Just a couple of breaths maybe. Inhaling and exhaling. Just letting yourself get into your body. I got up this morning and just felt like, ugh. And that's kind of like how things happen, you know? Not every day we wake up feeling spectacular. It's not always rainbows and butterflies and unicorns. And I think it's important that we acknowledge that because we've been going through a tough time, a tough situation. I know that a lot of our healthcare workers right now, it's just, every day you're going in and there's so much on your plate and there's so much fear and anxiety also kind of lingering in the back of your mind. So it's okay to have those feelings. It's also okay to have those feelings where like this stinks. And I think that's really part of a meditation and a mindfulness practice is to acknowledge when things stink, when they're not so optimal, because that's when we get to do the real work. So acknowledge here, you can think about all the things that stink right now. Like I'll tell you, we had a really crazy day yesterday at my house doing homeschooling and trying to just do work. And it's easy to be like, oh, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay. It will be okay. We'll get through. But also, it's okay to acknowledge that something really stinks. It's okay to kind of feel overwhelmed and know that you're not alone in that. So take a moment to acknowledge that, and as you do, then start to breathe a little deeper and see if that changes things for you. So take a big inhale and a big exhale, and just let yourself acknowledge all of it, the good, the bad, the pretty, the ugly. Feeling yourself filling up with breath, and then emptying out with the breath. Just giving yourself space to be. Not everything is going to go our way, but things aren't stopping right now because of what we're going through. So we have to allow ourselves to kind of let those feelings, let those emotions, let even those sensations wash over us as we continue to move forward. So taking a few breaths, pausing is really key in that. And then we'll start to move our breath. So we are going to move our bodies. We're going to start by moving in nice slow circles. So feeling yourself warming up your hips this morning, allowing your seat to settle and ground. Good. And then come in the opposite direction. If you're watching, I want you to drop a comment with where you're watching from. Maybe if you work for Lee Health or you work for another healthcare system, drop what department you're in or what hospital you're at, so we know who's watching, so we can cheer you guys on. The thing is that, heroes don't have like this like ridiculous optimism all the time, right? Maybe they keep going, right? But they're not unrealistic about it. So that doesn't mean that you're not going through right now some tough like emotions, some tough physical feelings in your body. And we want to acknowledge and embrace those. Turn in the other direction if you haven't changed already. And just let yourself breathe. As I was out this morning, I was thinking, gosh, like, how is this going to go forward? How is this going to continue on? And I was listening to some music and I just felt this wave of it's just going to keep going. And we have to trust it. So let yourself trust. And that trust starts by trusting yourself, connecting with yourself. And then let's take our right arm up and just stretch it up. You can lean into your left arm. Feel your whole side body stretch here. Press down through your right hip And then as you come back, switch sides. So bring your left hand up, your right arm down, and just stretch up through your side body as you breathe, as you lengthen. Good. And then coming on out, let's take our right arm up. We're going to bring our hand back behind us. So I know some of you guys can't do this, right? So you can even do it like this. If you can bring your hand back behind you, and bring it back like by my top of my shoulders, top of my back, and then take your left hand to your right elbow. And as you press your hand into your elbow, you're going to press your elbow right back up into your hand. And just breathe here. Press your head back and let yourself feel. Feel your inhale moving in, the exhale emptying out some of the stress, some of that tightness, and then lean over to the left a little bit if you want to go deeper. Good morning. I love it. One of my friends from college is on. Awesome. Just feeling that stretch up through your side body. Good morning, Lindy. And then come on out and just stretch your arms out to the sides. Make sure you got room. And then come on down and roll your shoulders on to the back. Yes, we've got Molly Grubbs on here. Molly she's getting all that data to send to the CDC, right? So she's seeing all of it. Her whole team. Bring that left arm up. Bring it back behind you. And again, if you can't, you're just going to do it here and press it in front. And then bring your right hand to your left elbow. And just start to press your hand into your elbow and your elbow back into your hand. Just get a nice stretch here. Once you're into it, then start to bring your head back. Feel yourself lengthen through your spine, breathing nice and deep, nice and full. Good. Let's take another deep breath, and then we're going to lean over to the right. So making it a little more intense on that side body and letting yourself feel. Knowing that what you have right now, this body, this breath, this moment, is enough to carry you through. And then come on out and just stretch your arms out again. Big stretch into the front of the chest. You can move your head side to side. And come on out and roll your shoulders now. So rolling those shoulders back. Good. Sitting up tall, see if you can take your right knee in towards your belly. So I'm holding on in front of my knee. You might have to hold on behind your knee to get a good grasp. You're gonna hug it in as much as you can and then try and sit back up tall. It's likely that if you're sitting on your sofa or you're sitting at a desk for extended periods of time that your low back is like, right? So feel yourself sit up nice and tall. Feel your low back move in and up. Engage what you have. Affirm what you have by feeling the muscles hugging onto the bones, by taking a deeper breath. And then see if you can draw your nose down towards your knee. My back's feeling pretty tight today, so I'm not getting too close. That's okay. Let yourself breathe here. Take another deep breath. And then come on out. And we'll switch sides. So bring the left leg up. Hug your knee in, start to sit tall. And as I said on the other side, it's very likely that this is a very tight spot in your low back. So just think about lengthening, even if you have to come out of it and come back into it. Feeling your low back as it moves in and up, your knees moving a little bit closer. And then with your next breath, you can draw your nose down towards your knee. Just letting yourself stretch here. Take another deep breath. Good, and then come on out and come back and do those circles again. So just kind of moving. Hopefully your low back feels a little bit better now. And then we'll change directions. All right. Now sitting up nice and tall, keep your right hand on your right knee. Inhale your left arm up. And then you're going to exhale and thread your arm through as you lean forward. I'm going to lean back a little so you can see me more. Inhale as you sit tall, lifting that left arm. Exhale, slide it through. So just inhaling and exhaling. We call this thread the needle or cat in the cookie jar. Just stretching up through the back of your shoulder. I even feel this one into my hip. We'll do 3 more on this side. Big inhale, big exhale as you thread. Inhale, And exhale. And then with this next one, we're gonna stay there and take a couple of breaths. So as you slide your arm through, just stay there, working your left shoulder down towards your left knee, turning your head to the right, just breathing. That's it. Take another deep breath here. And then come all the way out. Now we'll bring our left hand to the left knee. Inhale your right arm up so you can twist open to the right. And then exhale as you thread through and twist. So threading the needle, inhale as you lift up. Exhale as you thread forward. Sometimes we'll do this in a yoga class, like on the floor on hands and knees. I really like it on a chair. It just feels nice. And you can do this one at your desk in the middle of the day. This next time as you slide your arm through, you're gonna stay there. So you're gonna reach your right shoulder down towards your right knee as you twist to the left, just breathing. Doing what your body allows here. Take another full breath. And then come all the way out. Roll your shoulders onto your back. Good. Hook your thumbs and inhale your arms up, and we're just going to go side to side here, stretching up through the side body before we start to come in and do a little bit of our breath and meditation. So thinking about, again, what does it mean to be essential? I think essential doesn't mean that you aren't affected by this. I know we throw that word around a lot right now. But essentially, we when we're essential, it means you're taking on a lot. You're maybe taking on more work. You're taking on more stress. Your family's getting stressed. So it is essential for you to acknowledge and take time to slow down. So as we come in for this last part, you can sit however's comfortable for you. You can even just sit with your feet on the floor. But just take a few moments here to turn within and just acknowledge what's around you. So you can acknowledge the stuff that stinks. You can acknowledge the stuff that's good. You know, our minds kind of go to the things that don't feel good, that aren't like aligned. So as you soften your eyes or close your eyes, let all those thoughts come up. Maybe you're thinking about how you didn't clean your kitchen last night, or you know, you have a lot of schoolwork to do with your kid, or maybe you have a really long shift ahead of you, or a couple of days ahead of you. We can acknowledge those things and still be mindful. Because once we acknowledge them, then we have more space to really just kind of be with them. Instead of resenting them, instead of feeling shameful about them. And then once you've gone through your laundry list of the things that are wrong, right? Because it's easy to get on that. Think about some things that are good. Think about some of the things in your life that are nice right now. Maybe even just the fact that you're up right now, that you have food to eat, you have a roof over your head, probably have internet if you're streaming this. And it's very likely that you have people either nearby or somewhere that love you and are checking in on you. And if they aren't, let me know, because I'll check on you. But let yourself just acknowledge all the good as well. And feel yourself sitting up nice and tall. Come back to your breath, noticing your inhale and your exhale. Letting yourself start to soften into your back body. So starting to roll your shoulders back, slide your ears back, your palate back. If you have a chair that you're sitting against, you can even lean into the chair a little bit and start to draw your breath towards your back body. Just feeling the flow of your breath and noticing how your body feels this morning. You can even acknowledge if it doesn't feel good. It's okay. I think sometimes when we think about meditation and things like that, it's like, well, we have to be really, really positive. And that's not the case, right? We can be who we are with all of our baggage, with all of our stress, and we can still connect. So we're going to take a little 3-part breath here. So we're going to start by just breathing into the upper part of the chest. So you'll start by inhaling and exhaling, filling up the upper corners of your chest as you inhale, emptying out with your exhale, filling up, emptying out. And then starting to bring the breath a little lower towards the ribs. So filling up the chest and the ribs as you inhale. Exhaling and emptying out. Letting those shoulders move away from your ears. Inhaling. And exhaling. Feeling your front ribs expanding. Feeling the side ribs expanding. Maybe even feeling your back ribs expand. And then you can stay there. You can start to bring your breath down towards your belly now. Inhaling. And exhaling. Slowly filling yourself up. And then slowly emptying that breath back out. Inhaling. And exhaling. Taking your deepest breaths here, inhaling. And exhaling. Feeling your body filling up as you inhale, expanding. And then emptying out the breath as you exhale. We'll take one more deep, full breath like that. And then coming back to a more natural breath with your eyes closed, just let yourself feel what it's like in this present moment on Thursday morning, wherever you are, whatever brought you to this point, whatever lies ahead of you. Just allowing yourself to have a few breaths in this present moment, just as you are. Even if you show up today exhausted, sad, cranky, just allowing yourself to show up. Remembering that you are essential, that taking care of yourself is essential. We're going to take 3 more breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. Last round of breath. And then as you come back to your own awareness, to the present moment in the room, wherever you are, bring some movement to your fingers and your toes. You can stretch out your arms and maybe even your legs. And then just take a moment to thank yourself for showing up. No matter what time you watch this, what day you watch this, right? The practice is not in doing all the crazy poses and being able to, meditate for hours on end. It's in showing up for yourself so that you can show up for others. So I bow to you. I honor you. I'm Nicole Traum. Namaste. Don't forget, if you're doing some of these things and you want to take a selfie, you can post them with the hashtag Lee Health Self Care. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be here tomorrow. Bye.